There's no need to mind their words. This is simply a matter of drawing the current story to a proper close.
Hugo?
Come here, Shinya. You have a role to play as a member of the Jingu family.
What role?
The role we play for the world. As for him, he must be removed from it entirely.
What are you talking about?
Cool it. Don't just go running over to him.
Mr. Date, would you mind not interrupting a conversation between father and son?
Can it, old man? How did you even get here anyway?
Only those worthy enough to see the sign should be able to access this place.
Hugo, what's going on here?
Hugo. All this time you've called me by that name. In truth, it is but a pseudonym I adopted in order to live in this country with Sora. It is not my true name. Now that the real Sora is gone, it is merely a name that rings hollow with melancholy. My true name is Hugo Cromwell.
It can't be. You're HC? The author of the Cromwell records?
Ah, so you're familiar with my work. That simplifies things.
If you wrote the Cromwell records, then you must have taken down all of the monarchs.
Then that means Hugo is worthy too?
You have my gratitude. Thanks to your resonance, it has all started to come together. Your power, animakinesis, served as the catalyst through which the restrictions placed upon me were removed. I have recalled my love for my dearly departed Sora. It has steeled my resolve to protect the world and the Academy which she so loved, to carry on her will. You are the monarch of vanity, or rather a pale imitation of it. But regardless of the mistakes that resulted in your creation, I am grateful you saved me. No. You are but a pale imitation of it.
I don't care if he's a monarch, an imitation, or a mistake. I'm not going to let you talk to my brother like this. Even if someone did create him, he's still part of my family. He's still a human being.
A human being? And what makes you so sure of that? He is a creation. The powers he uses are an aberration. They are not of this world.
Just because someone made him doesn't mean he's less of a person. And the reason he has any powers at all is because he's a Pactbearer. Just like you, Mr. Hugo.
We are nothing alike. That boy is no Pactbearer. Allow me to dispel one of your many misconceptions. You have never encountered any mist corresponding to your authority. The same applies to your ideals. It's only to be expected. After all, you've never made a pact. Like Yoru, you are using my ideals as a source of power. Power once possessed by me. Moreover, while pact-bearers can indeed use authorities, they do not have the power to control fiends. The fact that you can do this is proof that you are not a pact-bearer, but an imitation of a monarch. You are not a person. You are a cheap replica of the monarch of vanity.
What are you saying? Mr. Bunny's the monarch of vanity. He's the one who made a pact with him.
Pride, wrath, envy, lust, greed, sloth, gluttony, woe, vanity. No more than 9 monarchs have ever existed. Over 40 years ago, Tristia absorbed the monarch of vanity, hoping to steal the power of anima-kinesis. With it, she intended to resurrect the real Sora, soul and all. But in the end, she was unable to control the authority of a different sin and was forced to abandon her efforts. When Yoru split herself off, the core of the monarch of vanity followed, and so did it end up seeping out, resulting in the incomplete imitation standing before us. In regards to you, Vanitas, as far as I know, there has never been mention of a monarch like you. You haven't formed a pact with anyone. There's no way you possibly could. Am I mistaken? Unfathomable thing.
How callous and cruel, calling me a thing. And yet, you are conclusively correct. Recall, if you will, how I always spoke back when questioned about your ideals or pact. You're asking for the unfeasible. Your thinking lacks even an inkling. It's really not all that surprising a twist. You can't void or locate what doesn't exist. Case in point. Have I ever manifestly mentioned myself as a monarch? Or been duly designated a demon?
Then, it's true?
He really isn't a pact-bearer?
He is simply a monarch in the guise of a human.
It seems you finally comprehend the truth. He is vanity incarnate, playing at personhood. There is no value, no dignity in his life as a human. Yoru created you after countless failures. You've seen your hollow brethren, haven't you? Only one thing separates you from them. The reason you have an ego and will is because you possess the core of the monarch of vanity. You, Tristia, and Yoru are alike in one respect. You are free to develop an ego and a will. Imitate humans all you like. But you will never be one, no matter how much you look or act the part. Don't make the mistake of believing your own lie. Masquerading as man is a pathetic endeavor. Miss Aikawa, Miss Hinata, Miss Surugadai, Mr. Date, Shinya. I can gather the reason you've come here. Your wish is to save him, is it not?
And what if it is?
If that is indeed the case, then I am here to stop you. If you refuse to understand that there's no value in saving someone that isn't human in the first place, then you should know that the entity waiting ahead is dangerous beyond comprehension. Its power is no different from that of an authority. Rather, the authorities themselves stem from its power. It is extraordinary, supernatural, outside the bounds of rationality. No matter what it is you wish for, the world will be affected by its power. Even if you wished away the distortions and mist, another threat would appear to replace them. That is why it has been sealed behind the gate. I urge you all to reconsider. That is all I ask. I have no intention of hurting any of you. Tristia and Yoru will return to the other world as monarchs, and the barrier will be lifted. If Miss Surugadai and Mr. Date will not relinquish their powers, so be it. I will simply keep watch over them. The power of resonance has conveyed unto me the goodness that lies within you all. Do you understand? Were you to disappear, were everyone to abandon the notion of your continued existence, they could all live happily ever after. You are the only thing that stands in their way. You'll surrender yourself, won't you?